Good morning.
My phone. Partnership here.
Good morning, everyone. We are getting ready at our hybrid service here in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you for your patience. Everyone, we are getting ready at our hybrid service here in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you for your patience.
She would have things out of just something else. Yeah. She would have things out of just something else.
Audio. Audio. That helps. Does that help?
Talk louder.
Hello?
I don't think it's ever anymore.
Does everyone else not hear an echo? Cool. I'm seeing some thumbs ups.
I don't think it's ever anymore.
Does everyone else not hear an echo?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm seeing some thumbs ups. Does everyone else not hear an echo? Cool. I'm seeing some thumbs ups. Does everyone else not hear an echo? Cool. I'm seeing some thumbs ups.
Keep talking.
Yes.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, guys.
Nice.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Yes.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, guys. There's a really interesting delay happening with the audio in here, which is why we have paused starting.
How are you feeling today?
Well,
for now, can
There's a really interesting delay happening with
groups
the
for those
audio in here,
sections,
which is
so
why we have paused starting.
Okay.
you're just turning the TV all the way down.
This is allowing folks to join, so they'll be here at the beginning of our service today.
All the announcements.
The officers are still being echo.
This is allowing
Oh,
folks
really?
to join, so they'll be here at the beginning of our service today. Okay. How is that? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
I'm getting thumbs ups. Okay. Okay. We ready? How is that? Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm getting thumbs ups. There is, okay. It still feels like there's an echo. Can you hear me now? No? Okay. Can you hear me now? All right, y'all. Can you hear me now? All right, y'all. Can you hear me now? All right, you all. Okay. Can you hear me now?
What, John?
All right, you all. Okay. Should I try without my? Okay, I'm gonna try it this way. Does this work? All right, you all. Okay. All right. Should I try without my? Okay, I'm gonna try it this way. Does this work? Okay. All right. Without my. I'm gonna move to another room. I'm gonna try it this way. Does this work? Okay. All right. Without my. I'm gonna move to another room. I'm gonna try it this way. Does this work?
That'll do it.
All right. Okay. Does this work?
That'll do it.
We adjust, we adapt. All right. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, to our Sanctuary Sunday service. I appreciate your patience.
That'll do it.
We adjust, we adapt, figure things out. Whether you're okay, welcome everyone. Okay, to our Sanctuary Sunday service. Where you are, I appreciate your patience. We
That'll
in the
do it.
chat. We adjust, we adapt, figure things out. Whether you're okay, welcome everyone. Okay, to our Sanctuary Sunday service. Where you are, I appreciate your patience. We in the chat. We adjust, we adapt, figure things out. Whether you're okay, welcome everyone. I found it. I figured it out. The YouTube channel was live and I was getting the feedback from the live YouTube channel. Goodness. Okay, whether you're on Zoom or YouTube, please share where you're at joining from in the chat. If you'd like to join us, full participation, you can go to sanctuary.org for the link. Okay. Our vision and mission at Sanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our own divinity through sacred mushrooms and each other. We bring people together for connection to divine revelation through communion with sacred mushrooms. Our mission and vision are solely supported by the generosity of our members. Your donations are essential to the continuance of our community. And if you value what Sanctuary brings to the world, we ask that you take a moment to donate at sanctuary.org today. All right, what to expect in today's service will include some brief announcements, a guided meditation, gratitude for our sacrament, 2 readings, a personal reflection space, and a closing message and invitation to continue in our discussion today. We'll take a moment to arrive and get comfortable. All right. News and updates. Registration is now open for our May ceremony, levels 1 and 2 graduates deep dive, held from May 29th through the 31st in Edmonton, Kentucky. To join the sacred gathering, please ensure you are an active Foundations member and have completed the Level 1 training program. Even for our graduates, the 4-week Foundations course is a required step to align with our community agreements and ceremonial structure. If you are a Level 2 graduate called to serve as a volunteer space holder, please email us. Otherwise, you can find all registration details on Mighty Networks or by emailing info@sanctuary.org. We look forward to gathering in shared service and presence at the end of May. And you can visit sanctuary.org or our Mighty Networks calendar for more information on how to sign up for that. All right. I would like to invite Courtney to lead us in a meditation and help ground us this morning. Go ahead, Courtney.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes, amazing. Thank you all so much for being here on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Let's get grounded and send some love to the mother in this meditation. So if you can, put your feet on the floor, make sure if you can, and if it's comfortable for you this morning, to have your feet rooted on the ground. And place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly over your navel area. Again, only if it's comfortable for you. And close your eyes, or you can have a soft gaze on something that's pleasant to look at. And begin to settle in to the body. Let's take a few intentional breaths together, breathing in through our nose. A nice full breath, and exhaling through our mouth. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in through the nose, nice, warm, cleansing air. And letting it out through our mouth. One more time. Breathing in through the nose, nourishing our bodies with this warm, nourishing air, and letting it out. And just notice the sensation of being here in this moment. The sensation of being held by the chair that we're sitting in. And tuning into the feeling of being held by the room that you're in this moment. Seeing if you can expand your awareness just a little bit more, stretching out to the corners of the room. Taking a few moments to notice what you hear in the room. Noticing how it feels to be held by your physical body, having this experience, sitting here right now in this room. And I invite you to turn your conscious attention to your heart. Notice the faithful beating of your heart in your chest. Taking a moment to offer gratitude for your own heart. Hmm. Now, I invite you to call to mind and call to your heart the feeling of the nurturing mother. Maybe an image comes to mind or a person comes to mind when you imagine a nurturing, strong, mothering energy. Maybe it's a feeling that's more ancient than that runs through time. But simply take a moment to feel into this mothering energy. Notice what comes up for you as you invite this mothering energy into your space, into this room, right here in this moment. And let's offer some gratitude to this mothering energy that runs through us as humans, runs through the earth, and runs through our experience here in this moment. And with your mind's eye and your loving heart energy, let's take a few moments to envision this nurturing, loving, mothering energy spreading out amongst all of us here together today on this special day where we celebrate mothers in all different forms. See with your mind's eye and feel with your heart this mothering energy sprinkling out, almost like just loving fairy dust, if you will, just all over us, holding us and being here with us as we move forward with this service, exploring our own journey with the mother. And let us all be reminded that we are held by this mothering energy every step of the way, today and every day. And let's bring our conscious awareness back to our heart, our hand connected to our heart, feeling the beating of our heart. Taking a few breaths as we begin to close out this mindful space together. Feeling our other hand on our belly, a place where we were all connected to the mother. And then finally, our feet rooted on the earth. Take a moment here, come back into our body, feeling the chair underneath of us. Taking one big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And ever so gently wiggling our fingers and our toes, And rotating our shoulders and blinking our eyes open, taking a look around the room, landing back in the space together. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Courtney. It helped tremendously. All right, while we're still in this grounded state, I'd like to take a moment to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or commune with these sacred mushrooms. Without these gifts of our Creator and the communion of our members, this community would not exist. Through intention and attention, we use our ever-expanding awareness to bring greater peace to our world. May we radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator, our community, and those who nurture and grow our sacrament. Through communing with the mushroom, we are reminded that we live in all things and that all things live in us. Thank you, everybody. For more than 2,500 years, the Tao Te Ching has offered guidance and insight into the paradox of existence. Because this paradox is often encountered when communing with our sacrament, we turn to this short book as our primary sacred text. For further explanation beyond this service, you are invited to our YouTube channel where Courtney and Eric explore each passage in greater depth. Tao Te Ching, Chapter 18, translated by J.H. MacDonald. When the great Tao is abandoned, charity and righteousness appear. When intellectualism arises, hypocrisy is close behind. When there is strife in the family unit, people talk about brotherly love. When the country falls into chaos, politicians talk about patriotism. Take a moment, a quiet moment, to let these words settle into our hearts today. Our rotating text today was selected by Courtney and comes from the book Wild Feminine by Tammy Lynn Kent, The Mothering Place. With 5 small bowls that fit neatly together, one inside the other, I am teaching women about the power of the uterus. The largest bowl fits in the palm of my hand, and the smallest is the size of a pencil eraser. These bowls represent the way that the uterus holds energy and passes information from one generation to another. The women watched my hands as I aligned the bowls, one by one, according to their size. I point to the smallest bowl, saying, "This is you." Slipping this tiny bowl into the next one, I say, "You were held in your mother's womb." Placing the 2 bowls together into the next bowl, I say, "Your mother's eggs were fully formed while she was held in her mother's body. In this way, you were also held in your grandmother's womb." I continue to join the bowls together until the 5 are sitting in my palm, one inside the other. Because your grandmother carries the energy of her mother's and grandmother's wombs, so you are linked to them as well. The bowls rest neatly in my hand. The women sit squarely in front of me. I see each of them wrapped in layers of female energy from the woman ancestors who came before them. I set the bowls down. "Now this is you," I tell them, pointing to the largest bowl. From the large bowl, I lift the next bowl, which still holds 3 others. "This is one of your creations," I say. One by one, I lift the smaller bowls and place each next to the bowl that served as its container. With each bowl, I tell the women, "This is the seed of one of your creations." I continue until the 5 bowls, 5 generations, sit in line. Each bowl is separate, but the action of lifting one bowl from the next illustrates their shared lineage or line of descendants. This is how your womb and the energy that you carry there influence all you create. The energy in your pelvic bowl is your mark on the future. This is your legacy of creation. The room is silent as the women remember their mother place. The uterus is our direct connection to the sacred. The womb is a woman's place for co-creating with spirit and mothering her creations. I have sat with many women as they rediscovered the mother place in their bodies, and I have witnessed the grief and joy they associate with their creative essence. Every woman has a place in herself to mother from, regardless of whether or not she has given birth to a child. But many women close the door to their womb if they are unable to own the word mother. To understand our collective ambivalence about ourselves as mothers, we need to look at those who come in to inhabit that role by having a child. For example, when a woman comes to my office, they fill out intake forms with a variety of medical and personal information, including their occupation. Sometimes mothers who remain in the home as the primary caretakers for their children, but have no official work title, scoff at the notion of occupation and question what they could possibly write in that space. I was initially taken aback by this, and I have spent time thinking about why women who are mothers hesitate to claim the word identity mother. Clearly, the predominant culture has not placed value on the role of mother. Still, each of these clients is keenly aware of how much they do each day in the name of motherhood. Each cherishes her child and their relationship, yet, when putting pen to paper, mother is still not enough. In our reactions to the notion of mother, we see the work that remains to be done to reclaim the true essence of mothering. Now take a few moments, 5 minutes, to reflect on this reading. I'll read the first 2 journal prompts, and Courtney will lead us in a deeper conversation with the rest following our reflection period. On a piece of paper, draw a circle. Inside of the circle, write all the positive associations that come to mind when you think about the word mother. Outside of the circle, write any negative associations that come to mind when reflecting on mother. I'll set my timer for 5 minutes and we'll come back together in just a moment.
Hey, Athena, could you give a heads up when there's 2.5 minutes left so
Yeah.
folks can move to the second one? Cool, thanks.
Thanks for your service.
It's been 2.5 minutes. If you've been working on the first prompt, you're welcome to move to the second prompt. We have about 1 minute remaining. All right. I'd like to begin finishing up your thoughts. I'm now going to pass it to Courtney.
Okay. Is it still echoing? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Hey, everyone. So wow, what an honor to be leading this conversation on Mother's Day. It feels like there is a lot here for all of us in many different ways and forms. Um, I chose this reading and this activity because it really impacted me last year when I participated in a 12-week women's circle in Louisville, hosted by Rebecca Cohen, who's a holistic women's practitioner here. And I had some really powerful revelations from this activity. And actually, I wish I would have brought my sheet from last year. I still have it, and compared it to the one I did for service today. But yeah, I guess I'll share a little bit about in this brief reflection time here with you all, a little bit about what came up for me. Now, my perspective, as all of our perspectives are, is very unique, and that I'm coming from the perspective of a mother with young children. And some of you may be coming from a perspective of being a mother with children who are adults and out of the house. And some women may be coming from the perspective of wanting to be a mother and not yet a mother, or not wanting to be a mother, but having a mother. And then we have men here as well who are fathers, and men who are not fathers. So I think I'm really looking forward to hearing more about all of our perspectives and what parts of this exploration of mother are here for us to reclaim and be empowered by. For me, as coming from my perspective as a mother with two children of my own under the age of 9, and then two stepsons over the age of 16, I was a little surprised at the things that came out of me onto paper. In my positive circle, I'll share the three things that I circled, which we're going to get into here shortly for all of us who are on Zoom. The three positive things associated with mother for me are intuition, presence, and reciprocity. And reciprocity is something that came up for me last year when I did this. And I remember thinking to myself, I want to bring this to more people, this conscious exploration of mother. And so here I am. I'm doing it. So this is a part of me like taking action, as again, we'll get into here in a few moments, on nurturing this, one of these really positive attributes of mother that comes up for me. And then in the negative space, outside of the circle, three things that I circled were unappreciated, burdened, and lonely. And I won't share too much about my journey recently. Some of you know who were at ceremony a couple of weeks ago know that I've been going through this reclamation process with my own children and with myself mainly, of reclaiming my identity as mother, and starting to, when people ask me more about myself, I am making a conscientious effort now to say I'm a mother as one of the first things I share, instead of I'm a co-founder, I'm a this, I'm a that. Really, one of like the most rewarding and like challenging and big things in my life is being a mother. So really grateful to be here with you exploring this. And we're going to get into breakout groups, not now, because Athena's going to lead us in our agreements first. But if you're not on Zoom and you're on the live stream, I would love it if you join our Zoom room so that we can dive into this together. But we're going to pick these top three things in the positive side of our association with mother and the negative, the top three in each. And we're going to talk about it together in smaller groups and just see maybe some commonalities we have. Maybe as we share, we'll realize that there's associations we have we're not even conscious of, with the help of other people in our breakout groups. And we're going to talk about some action that we can take in reclaiming these different associations for our own life, no matter what perspective we're coming from. Here in this space, we step into owning our experience and seeing where we can be empowered by whatever it is that's coming up for us with the mother, and bring more of that into our life. So yeah, I think that's all for my reflection. I really hope you all, those of you that are able to stay today, can stay and explore in our breakout groups. It's a really rewarding space to get to know some other folks. And if you cannot, I'm wishing you a really empowering Mother's Day today. Thank you.